Hi guys, welcome back to Chips PC Lounge for a video today. It's been a few days since we did one. Quick update on the Pigs credits to get started off with. This will close today at noon Eastern time, I believe. In the UK, it's 1:45, so it's still open for a few more hours. But if you've got anything in the piggy bank that is withdrawable, or anything in the pig pen, you get that out today as soon as possible. You've not got very long left. I have just sold a few truffles that I'd made in the last day or so since I last sold. So I'm just going to submit these and then I am done. Nothing else for me to do until V2 is launched. So we'll get that out of the way. 13 cents to send this in. Confirm that on my ledger and we're done. So I'm happy to leave the piggy bank as it is now. I've submitted a fair amount of LP, which will help move the liquidity over to the V2 token. Right, let's have a look at what's happening with Drip today. Drip is on another downtrend, some big sells again. I saw one a few minutes ago at 29,000, I think it was. It was a big sell. You can see it's all red right now. This is on the pancake swap DEX. Yeah, there's a big one. I can't see it at the minute. It's either 10,000 there. But yeah, big sells off on Drip today for reasons I can't quite get my head around. There it is, the 23,000 one. And the price is really cheap compared to where it has been at all-time highs. The protocol is unchanged, and the only difference I can see is we've got a few alternatives around now that are copying Drip, and you've got some higher risk versions like your Titano and stuff like that, but they're really in a different kind of league risk-wise to things like Drip. So I don't really want to compare them too much. That they're much higher risk than something like Drip. As you can see, this is what I wanted to point out. Safu. I reckon a lot of people have came and have put money into this. This launched a few weeks ago, and this is where I think a lot of people have put money in. And I have a very small holding in this one, in Safu. I think it's a high risk protocol and high APYs, and I have a very, very small amount in there. And I wanted to watch the price, and I did put in somewhere around here, but I see Drip as a better long-term play, and you can see some big dumps already here with the Certic stuff. Um, but so what's going to happen with Drip from here? I think we've got to find a floor somewhere. The DEX price is a bit lower, so this one is kind of trailing the DEX price. We hit this point a few times, and when it went underneath it, it's kind of hit a resistance around that point as well. So maybe that line does have some sort of holding, but it's hard with DeFi to really judge, TA too much. But it's good to look at, I think. What am I doing with Drip? I have just bought one. I had just enough money to get one Drip. So you can see there, I have 1.05 Drip. I really believe in this long term, and I want to get this into the Faucet to start earning. I've got a very small Drip account, so to me this is a big top up of my Drip account. So I'm going to do that live for you guys just to show that I have absolute faith in Drip. I am putting a deposit in. For me, I think it's just getting some confidence back in the token. When Animal Farm does its thing, so there we go, guys. Confirm. When Animal Farm does its thing and is opened back up again, I think you'll see the sell pressure come off Drip a little bit when people have got access to the Animal Farm money again. Because Drip is, for the long term, a really good play. And there we go, guys. just increased from 12.1 or whatever it was to 13.3 because my available gets auto hydrated when I deposit. So my deposits have gone up by over one drip there by a good amount. And my new amount of drip is 13. Today it was some sort of drip buy day on the Telegram, so I'm glad I've been part of it. And I feel my money is much safer in drip than anywhere else. I've still got the garden going strong. I know it's on a downtrend with drip, but it's going to follow that price. And I understand that people are taking out because there's no access to the animal farm. That's fine. I really think the animal farm is the key to getting drip on a positive trend again. So we might see it dip a bit lower, but these prices for drip are absolute bargains for what you're getting 1% a day, and you can get that for $40 right now. It's super cheap to get in. So to me, this is a great price to get in at. You've seen it go up to 170, and I don't think it'll stay low very long. I think as soon as that confidence injects back into the system, you'll see it take off again into the 70s and 80s. And eventually the all-time highs too, when things that Forex has got to announce come into play. The pancake swap partnership, I think, will be a big one. The lending protocol is going to be absolutely insane. That'll be a mammoth buy, I'm sure, because that doesn't happen for these other projects that you're seeing. Drip is going to have that utility that the other ones don't, and that's why I see it as a good long-term play. And if it goes down to 30, I'll be able to get another drip. So just hydrate, guys. You don't want to sell at these prices. It's way too low for you to sell at, and you just want to build up your accounts, and you want to sell at times when it's rallying, not when it's going the other way. And that's my opinion on drip. On the chart, I suppose there's this area here. If we just zoom out a little bit, move across, maybe somewhere around here, you might see some resistance around 30 to 26. We've got a line here at about 31, so there's a bit of support on those areas, but again, TA is not as valid on this as a stock market or something like that, but I do think it holds a bit of weight, just not as much. But I'm quite confident drip will go back up. I'm happy to keep putting a bit more in at these prices. If it was 170, I can't add to my bag. When it's at $40, as you just saw, I've added to my bag. So, and I've got my GPUs mining at USDT, and they're going to buy me some plants because I've had to hydrate a little bit from my garden due to a car issue. But I want to put that money back in, so I'm mining just Binance Tether to swap to BUSD to put back into my garden at the end of the week. And when payday comes around, I'm sure I'll be able to inject a bit more in as well. So I think the garden will be a good long-term play as well. As soon as we find a floor, guys, a proper floor. I mean, we thought it might have been here, but it clearly wasn't, and it's gone underneath that now. So we're kind of going into this kind of territory which we've not been in since December now. So we've done 4 months of gains really, but it's still much higher than it was way back here. Look, it went down to 7. I don't think we'll ever see these prices again. I think there's a chance we might see something in the 20s again or 30s definitely, but I don't think we'll go back to single figures. I think that's way too cheap, and people will absolutely buy that up. You can see that even here there was this big green, and it's just a confidence thing. I'm sure it is, and we'll get back up to those higher 70 plus range. If we can get back over 70, to me that'll be healthy. That'll be good. I think it might be a while till we see all-time highs again, but I do think it'll come at some point this year. So I'm happy to keep building my bag. And again, you've got your other things like your Safus, your Titanos, these new drip alternatives. You know, much riskier place for your money. Drip is been around now for a year. It's stuck around. People are going to sell. It's their entitlement. I don't understand some of the small sells, but you don't know what people are like, do you? Like things like the $4 sell. Like I don't understand this. Who needs $4 so bad? Maybe it's gas fees. And you see quite a lot of these small cells. There's not many giant cells, guys. I mean, someone's bought £2 of drip, bless them. But it is what it is. Eventually, the cells will exhaust because people can't sell forever. And the protocol is designed so you can't. Everyone's got a max payout, so no one can sell forever anyway. Every time you sell, it goes into your claimed, and this claim can only go so high. So you have to hydrate. You can't sell forever. You got to deposit. You got to hydrate. And like I said, the animal farm should be up and running again next week. That's the estimation from Forex that they hope for next week. It's been a bit of a long pause. I understand it's probably made people a bit skeptical, but it was something that needed to get done properly. And like I said, I think the confidence will inject back into it over time, which will flow throughout the entire ecosystem of drip. You got your drip, you got your garden, animal farm, piggy bank at the other end, and I think it's all going to complement each other eventually. And I'm excited to see the drip BUSD farm again. I really like that. Um, my original plan was to harvest some of the garden stuff and put it into the drip BUSD farm. Um, and then you're not dumping the drip token, you're keeping that liquidity there for the drip price, and keeping a bit of compounding in the garden as well, and injecting some fresh capital from my GPUs. That's my plan going forward, to try and get a bit of a drip factory going. Buy plants with my GPU money, compound, keep a good compound rate, but harvest as well. But because I'm putting new liquidity in all the time, hopefully I'll be keeping my plant rate at a good rate, because it's had quite a big effect this week with me having to harvest a little bit. And I will show you next week when I stop harvesting how much I've lost, in terms of LP tokens per day. But it is what it is, and I'm confident I'll get that back over time. In the next month or so, I think I'll get back to where I was, if not more. So plenty of things for me to be excited about, even at these low prices. I know my drip account's growing, compounding every day. I was at 6.5 not so long ago, so I've doubled my bag, and if I double my bag again, I'm at 26, and we're getting into like good territory. So leave it there, guys. There's not much to update on the Animal Farm apart from what I've told you already. I'll keep an eye on it for you guys. I know some of you can't get into Telegram, and that's an issue. I know, but for now we'll leave it there, and hopefully we'll see a rally soon. Stay safe, guys, and have a great day.